I'm Felicia Michelle. I give the absolute honor and privilege of interviewing seriously one of the most talented women in Hollywood, Miss Michole Briana White. You are legendary, like in sitcom, and now here with on Starz hit BMF. I mean, doing the thing. Congratulations, first off. I mean, everyone's talking about it. I literally can't go anywhere without like overhearing conversation about it.
Wow.
Folks being like, don't spoil it. I didn't get to watch it yet. Don't spoil the episode for me. People are on their seats and just so excited for this. So big congratulations to you and the entire cast of the show. You guys are killing it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course. So I did a little digging yesterday, it's a little bit, and you posted the cutest picture on your Instagram story. It was a pin from your mom. It said your Michole's fan club with your picture on it. It was so adorable. So you know, you play Lucille, which is the mother of T and Meech. Did you get any inspiration from your mom? Because she is like a ride or die type of mom with her kids, even to the detriment of her marriage, even a little bit. She's just so down for her kids. Did you get an inspiration from your mom or other moms that you've met throughout life?
Completely. My mom is totally that kind of mom, ride or die, would do anything for her kids, and would never let a man come between her and her kids. Although now Miss Lucille is different because they have such a beautiful relationship, and but Lucille has this thing where she, you know, being apart from her family is like that's that kills her.
Yeah.
That's like, you know, she can't handle it. And but she's between a rock and a hard place to feel like she has to choose between her husband and her boys, you know, and her kids, period.
And that's difficult because our first introduction to her was her very much so loving on her husband and even to her daughter being like, ew, can you stop doing that? You know, but just showing it really just, this woman is really about her family and all about her family and about her kids. And I thought about this. I don't know if you thought about it in doing this character. You really are telling a story, a narrative that we don't really get to see often. We constantly see like, you know, people moving through like the criminal justice system, but we never really see those mothers. We know this is happening to a lot of our sons, but we never really get to see Black mothers and how they experience this and how they show up and support them. And then on top of that, you're playing a character of a real life woman who I know you've met. So was that pressure knowing that, you know, you were telling the story of so many Black mothers experiencing things like in the criminal justice system with their sons, and plus telling a story of, you know, one of the biggest like cultural influencers of all time. I mean, Big Meech is in like every single song, like everywhere.
Right. You know, I don't think I've ever felt the pressure of that, honestly, because um my job is to tell the truth. So I couldn't, you know, get involved in all that. But also maybe if Miss Lucille wasn't who she is, I might feel more pressure. But there was just like this really deep connection that I had to the material when I first read the material. I just felt like I knew her. I just understand her. And, you know, and then once I got to, you know, communicate with her, um, her guards are down and she just wants her story to be told. And yeah, and her voice is you know, she's one of those voices that has not been heard before, like you said. And I'm just honored to be a part of that. And I just want to speak her truth. And that's just my job. So
I mean, you did an amazing job, and just the cohesiveness of how you all moved as a family unit in this too. But I mean, you've worked with Russell before, like y'all did like Broadway together for a couple of years, right?
yeah, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Which we originated the Youngblood Arena on Broadway. We did that show. Yeah, we traveled all over until we got to New York City, and that was amazing. That was, I think, life-changing for both of us. And, we really got our chops doing that show. It was amazing. So in some ways, to me, it's like Young Blood and Rena grew up and went to BMF. And, and to have an opportunity to work with him, and just someone that I respect and trust so much in the work, and with such an important story, I feel safe with him. And it's, we just have an unspoken trust that's there, that's really amazing. And we actually got to rehearse a lot. So, Tasha Smith is one of the best directors I've ever worked with. And so she directed the pilot and the first 2 episodes, and she really helped set us up to win. Like, we were dropped in and grounded. She gave us so many gems to take the scene to a whole nother level, things we hadn't thought of. And the time to rehearse in the way that we did, you don't usually have that on a television or film set. So it was amazing, really. So the work is really grounded.
It reflects in the work too. And before we got started, I was joking around. You've really been a part of so many amazing television moments, Black television sitcom moments, sitcoms that people are watching over and over again. I told you, it's going to be Olivia Jones to me, a little bit in my heart. But you constantly, you've been on, and you've been doing this for forever, girl. You got all these types of projects popping. I was trying to write the list, but it was so long. I said I'll have to let her talk about it. But since you've been on so many amazing sets that have become like iconic sitcoms, do you feel the same vibe and kind of energy on the set of BMF? Because obviously, you guys have blown up. There's a season 2 it's already been renewed. Do you feel that kind of energy on the set of BMF as well?
No, I think it's very different, now, having work done, living single, or Fresh Prince, and Family Matters, and what's other, Martin, all those
years. Come on now.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I mean, those were amazing too. And this is, I mean, I think I've evolved really. Yeah. And so there's just so much more depth that I'm able to bring to the work now. And I think, the business has evolved in a way where we can even have a show like this on television, and see a loving Black family like this, that's connected to drugs. That's like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you get to see these multi-dimensional characters, and you don't always get to see it like that. And so yeah, no, I think we have evolved. I really do. And I think it's wonderful.
I mean, I always say it takes people a while to catch on to things, and what needs to be told. It feels like Hollywood is just kind of catching on to that. We have a variety and a plethora of different types of stories, and that Black culture and Black people are not monoliths. You want to associate one with the other. I think anyone who knew the story, who knew of Big Meech, probably would have never known that he came from this very loving 2-parent home. You would have never put the 2 together, because it's always kind of written, one way. And talking about the evolution and your evolution in Hollywood too, I was going down. I said, wow, she's been in this thing for a minute, like really, really doing her thing. So I always ask people who have longevity in an industry, just how do you stay motivated? We watch BMF, and the boys' motivation is STO, see it, touch it, obtain it. That's their motivation. So how have you been able to stay motivated in Hollywood to continue on? Because a lot of people quit. A lot of people give up because it can be hard, a hard industry to just be in.
Yeah, girl, I was there. So I mean, I was this close to quitting. So, and my heart won't really let me quit, because it's like breathing for me. But a few, really not that long ago, like maybe 3 years ago, I kind of had hit my rock bottom. And but which was extremely hard. This business is very tough because it breeds insecurity.
Oh
And
yeah.
so, and so you can kind of, I personally started to turn it in on myself and feeling like, something's wrong with me, and just everything about me is not enough, kind of thing. And but I'm thankful that I hit that place, because it forced me to, I just had to let go and do things differently. And I mean, let go so much, because I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna live now, or how I'm gonna take care of myself. So I shifted my focus. And another thing that I do body work and I do energy work. And I massaged one of my friends one day, and my dear friend Denise Grayson, and she was like, every time you do this, she's like, it's amazing. You have such healing hands. You should try to find a way to do this. So I had actually gone out and I got a massage table. I was like, so worried about spending the money even on the massage table, but I went out and I got it. And I just started giving, and I started just trying to figure out what my process was. And I was doing energy work, sometimes without always knowing it. But in order to do that, I would meditate before I would work on somebody, and I had to open myself up to allow energy to come through. So when I was trying to heal someone else, the blessing had to come to me to come through me. And so I was like cleaning up my own energy, um, without even being aware of it, kind of. And then just, I was like, I just cleaned myself off, and suddenly people started seeing me more clearly, and things started coming. And the more I gave, the more things kind of came. And the more I could acknowledge someone else's blessing, the more it just opened the door to so many different things by shifting my focus, really.
That's amazing. Just like that energy switch. People take energy for granted. And I think they think it's a really they conceptualize it in a different way that's not no, it's energy. It's here. It's not an abstract thing. It's very much
Yes,
happening. And
right.
like it's like you ever meet
Yeah.
and you go, I don't really know about you. That's energy. I call it my shanana, right? So, so in
like
my
that.
shanana, it literally watching you on screen multiple times in this series too, you just have this amazing ability to transform yourself into someone else's energy. And I think that just attributes to that makes sense as to why you were really able to shift even your character, because even in character sometimes I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, like that's her, but like that's not her. That's Lucille. And you
Mm,
amazing job at that. That's why I know why you
mm,
guys got agreement for a season 2. I figured out on episode 1 that was going to happen, and then
mm.
talking about season 2. I mean, I know you're excited, and how did you receive the news? What was your reaction to it when you found out you were renewed?
Like hot damn.
Hey,
I'm like, I had to do my dance and all that. I mean, it felt like we were, but you just never know. And so I'm just beside myself, and I'm so excited to see where Lucille is gonna go, and all the changes that she's gonna go through. I'm looking forward to seeing her evolve. I'm very excited about all of it.
we know she's gonna ride for her kids no matter what. You cannot. She is a mama bear, like a
That's right.
1,000%, like through and through. Like she's gonna ride for her kids. So, the season finale. I know people are like, "Ugh, it went by so fast." It's like, oh, come on, you
It
get
did.
you won at 16. Like, can we get a couple more next year? So season finale, this Sunday. What can people expect? What can you tell us? What can they expect?
I can tell you to expect to have an amazing time, to be on the edge of your freaking seat, um, to be moved, to be like shocked, to I don't know. I can't wait to see it myself.
That's amazing.
Exciting to watch myself, really, honestly, not to watch my actual self,
Just
but
the
to watch the
entire part,
right, to
your
watch the
and all this.
show. I,
Yeah.
yeah, like for real, I'm like on the edge of my seat all the time. It's like, whoa, what, even though I'm a part of it, it's crazy, because so many things I didn't get to, I wasn't in every scene.
Yeah.
And but you might see something, but when it's all put together and stuff, it's just I mean, it's just so good. And I ain't saying that because I'm in it. It's really
No,
like
it,
I love this show. I love the authenticity of it. I really do. And it just blows me away that it's just somebody's real story. Like, these guys, I mean, are just
real story,
extraordinary.
the person's real biological son playing them. Like talk about a legacy, talk about the ability
Yes,
to pass something on, even though maybe it was
yes.
constructed from what you thought, but like look what you were able to do. And now, his son has the opportunity to
What?
of a lifetime, really, just like literally a
Girl.
lifetime.
Yeah, it's so deep. It's so deep. So this stuff is so real. So it's like getting in this work. It's like we had to get in here because it's just too important. It's too important. And really to be a part of Lil Meech's journey like that, with what he's experiencing, stepping into his father's shoes and having the opportunity to understand things on a whole nother level and to just heal from the inside out,
Yeah.
outside in, like all this is just like, it's just been so deep to me. And I mean, I'm just so honored again to be a part of this whole journey. It's amazing, just amazing.
Well, you do an amazing job, and I have to just tell you that you really are an inspiration. Like I sat there and I did my research, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like this is a hard industry to be in. Sorry, this is a hard industry to be in,
No,
and you
girl.
are like absolutely killing it. Like you have a movie out. Like I went and looked. I'm like, there's like 4 or 5 projects from 2021 alone. Like, so where else can we see you? We see you as Lucille, but where else can we see you at? I know you have your movie is out now, or is it coming out soon?
Oh, Malignant, if that's what you're talking about, is
Yeah.
out now. It came out in theaters and now it's on streaming on all networks now,
Nice.
which is
Okay.
cool. Yeah. And I'm actually in Budapest right now, shooting a show called yeah, it's crazy. So I'm in the trailer right now, and it's called FBI International. It's a Dick Wolf show for CBS. And
Girl,
yeah,
the
it's
Dick Wolf universe. Yes. Well, you were on Law and Order too, so I mean, I already know. I know.
right. So, girl. So anyway, I'm so excited to be here. It's so freaking beautiful. It's just beautiful. And so it's just amazing. I'm just, it's funny you said that, like, about 2020. It's like once COVID happened, that was my career opened up so much. I worked more during the pandemic than I think I've worked in years. But it's really because, like, I really made this shift and I went inside and I was meditating every day and really like opening myself up to allowing and finally, beginning to learn to accept myself and what I have and honoring my authenticity, which is still hard sometimes every day, but I'm learning. I really am learning. And I just really want to be a blessing for other people. And I really do want to just inspire, really.
Well, that's absolutely what you're doing. You are proving, like something I say all the time. It's not timing. It's not about a timeline. It's about alignment. And when it's time for you to be ready for your moment, and when it's time for you to step in it, you step in it, and you stepping, girl. Stepped all the way to
Yeah.
Budapest.
Okay,
Okay.
girl, what? Yes, ma'am.
Well,
But yeah, I just want to piggyback on what you just said because it is about, like, you can't really compare your journey to somebody else's journey because you have all these different pieces that make you authentic. And it's like trust divine timing for you and trust wherever you are, whatever you're doing, even if it's outside your field, that you will use that something that you just gathering information to go into your divine purpose. And so to trust your path and just stay open and stay positive during that time, still to find moments where you can, find the gratitude in what you do have, because that helps to raise your vibration. I know sometimes we can get caught up, but it's like really trust the process and what you have and where you are, and that will help to just open things up.
You're absolutely right, because it's not by coincidence, because I was like, I want to talk to her, and then the opportunity ended up happening, and just, yeah, that's amazing, and you are phenomenal, and I am so excited to continue to watch the steps that you do, and then you have my support 100%. I don't know what I could do, I'm just a little old me, but I'll be watching. I'll be making sure I watch and.
Hey, you're doing so much right now, so much right now. So I thank you for just your interest and your time and for your gifts and your talent. And I just say trust your process, and I just thank you because you're beautiful, beautiful light.
Thank you. Oh my gosh. So yeah, this Sunday finale BMF, to make sure that they follow you on Instagram. What's your Instagram? It's just at
Nicole White, at
White.
Nicole White.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what you got going on. And for Young, Bold, and Regal, I'm Felicia Michelle. And make sure you watch BMF, because like it's lit.
I wish you every beautiful thing.
Thank you.
Yes.